음. 잘 나오네요. 자, 오늘 할 게임 호그와트 레거시 또 이어서 해보도록 하겠습니다.
Revelio.
이게 뭐지? 응? 뭐야? 그렇군요. 내려가려면은 이거를 뭐야? 저 위에 뭐가 있는데? 아닌가? 내려오는 길에 먹는 건가 이거? 길이 없네요. 여기에 올라가 볼까?
Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
깨졌어.
Accio.
일단 그냥 갑시다. 이거 쓰는 거겠죠? 달콤달콤. 움찔움찔. 자.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Revelio.
저 뭐죠? 왜 안 나? 저 땡겨 했나? 땡겨. 걸렸다.
Wingardium Leviosa.
갈 순 없네.
Revelio.
아쉽네요. 저쪽으로 가는 거는 불가능한 것 같아요. 근데 되게 저쪽에 뭐가 많은데 저쪽으로 가는 방법 없나?
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
일단 당깁시다.
Revelio.
물 속에
We'll need to get across this gap somehow. Accio.
얘 어디 갔어?
I'll meet you. You'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
갑자기 순간이동해서 오네.
Petrificus totalis. Glaciers.
That was a bit more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
문 열어버렸다. 걔 열어버렸어. 저 위에 뭐 있다. 저거 뭐야?
Accio.
얘도 뭐 내려오나?
Revelio.
뭐지? 안 땡겨지는데? 이미 땡겨진 건가? 모르겠네요. 가자.
Revelio. Incendio.
불 좀 붙이고
Revelio.
저 위에를 좀 당겨야 되나? 오, 됐다. 치. 오케이. 올라오는 게 됐다. 이건 뭐야? 헛? 뭐야? 안 돼. 밀어! 미는 거네요. 이건 좀 반응 없고. 가자.
Revelio.
유후! 아이템. 좋아요. 봅시다.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Armit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be
monster
plans around
없네요.
here somewhere.
뭐야? 이거 뭐지? 탐색하기?
A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Phew.
Revelio.
Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
이거 위로 못 올라가나? 계단인데요. 가자. 근데 여기 위에 뭐 있다? 저기 있는데. 이거 어떻게 지나가? 문이 잠겨 있는데.
Revelio.
레벨리아. 탐색하기.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand.
Revelio.
Flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
아이템. 동전. 갑시다. 여기는 했고 이제 내려가야 되나? 들어가 봅시다. 아, 여기야? 같은 곳이네요. 넘어갑시다. 땡. 탐색하.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large.
큰
What?
무언가?
I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
되게 넓게 있네요. 네, 이제 얘들이
Why, it's a grapple you are.
저쪽으로 어그로 걸려 있으면은 이제 하나씩 뒤로 가서
Ready to fight.
하면 되겠죠. 다음에 이거 말고 어디 보자. 샷. 오, 한꺼번에 몇 마리
Oh,
죽는
this
거야?
really is too much.
Stay close.
와우, 한 번에 그냥.
Revelio.
Another boiler. This
좋아요.
place is more complex than I had expected.
저쪽은 나중에 가고 일단 여기 저쪽에 뭐가 있는데?
Incendio.
샌디어. 네, 저기 땡기는 게 저기 있네.
Accio.
그다음에 이거 뭐야?
Revelio.
이제는 웰드. 오케이, 여기 상자가 여기 있는데 이거 뭐야? 안 되네.
Bombarda.
뭐야? 아 이건 안 되고.
Revelio.
근데 이거 옆으로 돌아서 가면 되나 이거? 그러네. 옆으로 돌아가면 되네요. 개구멍이 있네. 개구멍이 있잖아. 오케이. 여기도 아이템 있고요. 컬렉션 업데이트된 페어. 그래.
Revelio.
레벨리어. 동전 50원. 아니 돈을 쓸 데가 이제 없는데. 너무 열심히 파밍했나봐. 돈을 딱히 쓸 데가 없습니다. 도면인가 이거? 담배.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
여기 위에 돈이 있다. 자, 올라가서 먹고. 돈이
Revelio.
아니네.
왜 전사 마법사는 없죠? 스투페파이를 외치면서 몽둥이로 적군의 수박통을 부수는 모습을 보고 싶네요.
기다리세요. 보여드릴게요. 근데 이거를 저쪽은 길이 아니고 저쪽으로 가는 길도 있는데 애매하네요. 잠시만요. 여기 막혔구나, 근데.
Confringo. Bombarda.
갑시다. 막혔어.
Revelio.
달려.
Revelio.
오케이. 근데 저거 벽 뒤에도 있네요. 저거 어떻게, 가는 길이.
Devil snare. Nasty
Oh.
stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
놀래라.
Lumos.
가자.
Revelio.
카군이.
Revelio.
루머.
Lumos.
그러면은 이제 이걸
Right.
봅시다. 다시.
Revelio.
좋아. 오. 저희 세 마리가 동시에 간다. 왜 걸려 자꾸.
Petrificus totalis.
그다음에 오케이. 저거를 과연 이렇게 해서 이렇게 하면은
Find ya.
들켰네.
I will make you.
자, 그 다음에 이걸로 세개를 깨주마. 그 다음에 너는 일로 와. 아야. 자, 완벽하게. 좋아.
Rather unwise coming back this way.
아야. 좋아.
I won't
인센디오 해주고. 완벽하게. 좋아. 좋아요.
I will make
안
you.
죽었어?
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, I'll meet.
쉽네요.
Revelio.
조용히 내가 했을 때 가만히 있었으면은 편안하게 갈 수 있었는데 왜 반항을 해가지고 말이야. 뭐야, 문이 열린다. 이거 꽤 열리네요. 이거는 뭐야 그러면?
Accio.
땡겨진 게 있는데. 땡겨진 거야? 아닌데. 이거 엘리베이터 부르는 것 같은데?
Revelio.
일단 먹을게. 딱히 여기 안에 있구나. 잠깐만, 여기 다른 곳이구나 이거. 내가 들어왔던 곳이 아니구나 저거. 뭐 있나 봅시다. 올라가는 길도 아니고.
Revelio.
여기로 내가 계곡으로 왔구나. 그러면 여기 들어가서 반대쪽에서
Revelio.
저기 가야 되는데 이게
Incendio.
미확인.
This is not good.
Oh,
They're
뭐야.
building enormous drills,
드릴이구나.
bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
이걸 땡깁시다. 땡겨. 그러면 하고
Revelio.
여기는 뭐 없나봐요. 위에 엘리베이터 부르는 게 안가봐. 저 위에 갑시다. 얘 어디 갔어? 뭐야, 순간이동으로 나왔어.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
자, 갑시다.
Revelio.
뭐야? 상자가 어디 있었는데? 저쪽에 있던 좋은 거.
Revelio.
갑시다. 어? 이쪽에 있네.
Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
저쪽 아까 우리 왔던 데네요. 왔던 데야. 이쪽으로 가야 돼. 응? 여기 구멍이 있는데? 뭐지? 맵상에는 여기 길이라고 나오는데 반대쪽에 아무것도 없네요.
Revelio.
오, 자물쇠.
Hello, Hamora.
헬로 호모라. 으짜.
Revelio.
뭐 없네요. 여기 없어. 그래?
Revelio.
다 먹었네. 좋아. 끝났네요. 갑시다. 유후. 진짜.
Revelio.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
일기로 쓴다고? 아니 자서전인가?
Revelio.
도둑국 어딨어? 저기 있다. 여기 밑에 아이템이 있는데? 으쌰. 이걸 왜 아까 못 봤지? 올라가. 그리고 야 저거 어떻게 해?
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
네, 그래?
Revelio.
갑시다. 다 먹었어?
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me.
아니요.
When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she'd been killed.
머리에 눈 쌓였다.
You
뭐야?
think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
응? 몸에 쌓인 눈, 그대로 있어. 야,
Incendio!
야.
Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
자, 그러면 어디 봅시다. 근처에 근데 뭐 먹을 건 없죠? 다 먹어가지고 먹을 건 다 먹었고, 먹을 건 이쪽에 요거 정도 먹으러 가볼까요? 집에? 고대 흔적이었나?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be.
Wonder who lives here.
어디 보자. 이거를 가봅시다. 잠깐만. 나 근데 아이템 장비를 좀 많이 먹어놨나? 아, 이게 아니지. 그렇지. 머리 장옷이. 이거 37짜리라서 지금은 착용 안 되고 오늘 그 지나가는 김에 팔까요? 어차피 뭐 지금 갈아입을 건 없는데 지나가는 김에 팝시다. 저 앞에
Revelio.
Thank you again. Things are certainly more settled around here now. Welcome,
쪽지가 있네.
welcome. Do have a look around.
Hello again, Mr. Thistlewood.
Never attended Hogwarts. Now, how many?
What do you have for sale?
Now, how can I help?
팔아봅시다.
Thank you. I hope to see you again soon.
자, 다음에 이쪽이죠. 봅시다.
Revelio.
자, 조사 어디 있냐? 바로 앞에 하나 있네.
Confringo. Incendio. Bombarda.
홈바우드.
Expelliarmus.
오, 뭐야?
Protego. Flipendo. Defendo. Glacius.
뭐지?
Revelio.
저기 있네요.
Confringo. Revelio.
자, 그리고 여족장 뭐라고?
Now here's a sad-looking place. Petrifcus totalis. Confringo. Revelio.
얘는 뭐야?
Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Incendio. Accio. Levioso. Stupefy. Defendo. Glacius. Flipendo. Bombarda.
홈바우드.
Revelio.
뭐지?
Revelio.
저 위인가? 올라가지. 살짝 올라가지네. 뭐지? 저 위에 있는데 저기 어떻게 올라가? 뭐야? 쳤어. 됐어요. 됐어요. 뭐지? 꼈다니까? 점프도 안 되고 아무것도 안 되네. 저기요. 알려주세요. 어떡하지?
Revelio.
레벨리오는 되네. 어떡해. 뭐야, 맵도 안 열려? 아니, 저기요. 이건 되네, 또. 이것도 제법 다 되는데, 반응이 없네요. 아! 컨트롤 안 되고, 알트 안 되고, C 안 되고. 추적하는 대상이 없다고? V키인가 이거? 그러네.
Revelio.
아니, 저기요. ESC도 안 눌러져. 어? 뭐야? 밑에 이거 있는 저것 때문에 나 공중에 있는 걸로 취급돼가지고 그런가 본데. 아, 나 ESC도 안 눌러줘. 아니, 저기요. 아우, 와. 아무것도 안 눌러지네.
Revelio.
T 정도만 눌러지고. 아이고. 뭐야. 뭐지? T. 야. 레벨리오밖에 안 되네. 탭키도 안 돼. T만 되고, T하고 R만 되네. 숫자키 아무것도 안 되고요. 바꾸는 건 되는데, 또 아무것도 안 되고. 주문은 바뀌는데, 아무것도 안 돼요. 너무 됐네. 그러니까 밑에 지금 이게, 뭐냐? 부르는 것도 안 돼. 모르겠네. 나 지금 공중에 있는 걸로 취급돼가지고. 아, 그런 와중에 왜 아니고 리벨리오는 왜 되는 건데? 어이없네. 그런 와중에 리벨리오는 된단 말이에요. 탭키도 되고 다 되는데. 아, 나. 아휴. 이거는 이게 오래 걸리네. 아, 나 이 게임 생각보다 야, 문자 치고 진짜 솔직히 근데 그 뭐지? 나 이 게임이 떴다는 거에 조금 이해가 안 되긴 해. 물론 게임이 그렇게 뭐 원한 부분이 없긴 한데, 근데 이렇게까지 버그가 많고 뭔가 정립되지 못한 게임 시스템이, 그러니까 좀 약간 뭔가 인디 게임 아닌가? 좀 뭐라고 해야 되지? 약간 내 입장에서는 여튼 이해 안 됨. 이거 뭐야 도대체? 버그가 생각보다 많거든요. 그리고 약간 깔끔하지 못한 이제 그 동선이라든지 그런 취급에 대해서 솔직히 이 게임은 거의 덕심이 호그와트 이게 덕력 때문에 이게 성공했다고 본다 진짜. 그러니까 이게 약간 기대컨 당한 거라니까. 그동안 게임들이 너무 약간 이런 이제 영화나 뭐 이런 거 맨날 망하니까 맨날 이번에도 비슷하겠지 하고 생각했는데 뭐 생각보다 괜찮은 거임. 그래가지고 기대컨 당한 거야 이거 완전히 진짜. 생각보다 괜찮네. 그러니까 약간 좋아 보이는 거죠 오히려. 뭐 그렇게 이게 그냥 평가를 하자면은 뭐 그렇게 좋은 것도 나쁜 것도 아닌데 이게 기대컨 당한 거니 기대컨. 좀 뭐야? 아이고 뭐라 안 돼 이거.
Confringo. Glacier. Confringo.
쟤 계속 공격당하는데요? 쟤 인형 아니야? 이 정도면 거의 뽀파비 같은데.
Glacier. Confringo. Now here's a sad-looking place.
나한테 오지 마 이거 봐.
Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
어이없네 저거.
You're the one who
뭐야 쟤 어둠 진영이었잖아. 죽게 냅둘 거 그랬어.
Confringo. Revelio.
뭐야 다시 모아야 돼? 그러네. 다시 모아야 되네. 응? 왜 먹은 거야? 쓱 여기서 가는 거구나. 근데 확실히 마법사인가 봐. 행동이 민첩하지 못해.
That wasn't so difficult.
이 빗자루 탈 때 엄청 빨리 빗자루 타고 이동도 빠른데 이게 뭐 짚고 이렇게 올라오는 모션이 겁나 느려. 마법사는 마법사야. 이건 뭐야?
Accio.
뭐지 이거?
Revelio.
뭐죠 이거?
Accio.
몰라? 아 이게 나중에 스토리로 오는 그 뭐 그런 건가 본데? 반응이 없는데?
Revelio.
아닌가? 이거 뭐야?
Flipendo.
이건 땡기는 거인데 우리는 확실히 땡기는 건데 반응이 없네요.
This castle's hiding all sorts of secrets.
온갖 종류의 비밀이래.
Revelio.
레벨리오 했는데 이거 불 안 들어오는 걸로 봐서는 지금 하는 게 아닌가 봐. 그거 말고는 답이 없는 것 같아. 니즐이다. 니즐을 야야야야야.
Duco. Glacier.
에이씨 이거 너 아닌데? 들어와. 얘가 너 아니야. 너 아니고
I'll look after you.
얘 너. 일로와.
Professor Howard, Revelio.
자, 어쨌든 이제 해봅시다. 뭐지? 데일 가문 그거. 퀘스트를 가봅시다. 인력군 포피와 대화하세요. 지도. 이건 다른 거네요. 퀘스트 지도상 위치 확인을 하고 저기네요. 저 정도면 바퀴인데? 마법동물 교실로 가야 되겠다. 가자. 근데 쟤는 왜 놀래는 거야? 얘 막 겁먹으면서 도망갔잖아요. 이미 복수를 한 건 아닐까? 막 이러면서 되게 기겁하면서 갔는데.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she alright?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's alright. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare
할머니가 능력
creatures.
좋네.
One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
스니시 뭐야?
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly
이거
in any
그거구나.
direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
얼른 생각해내. 응? 간다고? 퀘스트를 이제 하나밖에 안 남았네요. 응? 저기네요. 가는 길에 뭐 없죠? 이거는 뭐 동굴 이거 저거 3단계 그 열쇠였던 것 같은데 가봅시다. 가면서 이거 들립시다. 그럼 되겠다. 이걸 한번 가볼까? 응? 안 가? 오, 뭔가 근데 오, 빗자루랑 뭔가 다르다. 높이 날 수 있는 건가 이거? 호스미드 저걸 건 아니고 지나갈 거야. 저기다. 왜 안 돼? 어떻게 하지? 내리는 게 뭐야? 이거는
Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Rebellion.
열쇠를 열어볼까요? 가보자.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
맨날 위험하대.
Revelio.
왜 위험했던 적이 없죠. 이건 뭐야?
Glacis. Revelio.
불을 꺼도 반응 없네. 가자. 이제 근데 이게 귀찮네요. 자 봅시다. 여기에는 더 이상 뭐 없죠? 여기 뭐 있다. 이런데 갑시다 일단.
Revelio.
대기합시다.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the
구독
canvas that was left on it.
감사합니다.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
크립티드?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did
안녕하세요.
Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
광산 입구에 도달하세요. 안 되네요. 저거 타는 건 안 되네요.
Revelio. There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
갑시다.
No one enters this place.
Revelio.
Kill anyone who tries.
뭐, 얘네 이쪽 안 보고 있고,
Petrificus totalis.
안 보고 있으면 뭐.
What was that? Feel as though I'm not alone.
마법사 게임이에요.
마법사인데, 닌자예요. 닌자.
Revelio.
마법이 있는데 닌자예요.
Who wants to be free?
저 밑에 뭐가 있는데? 내려놓은 거? 쟤만 잡으면 되는 것 같아요.
Oi! Pass that fire whiskey over here. You have to learn to shoot.
모르겠지만 저거다가.
Revelio.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work.
절로 가야 되는데, 여긴 뭐야? 여기도 동굴이 있거든요? 여기? 이거 그냥 보물 동굴이구나. 그래? 보물 동굴이네요. 갑시다. 너무 느리다.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do
호흡이
it
잘 맞는 걸.
Once again, we can fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
자, 숨어서 갑시다.
I'm famished.
자, 이쪽에
Petrificus totalis.
주고 얘도 보내주고
What's that? Who's there? Aha! There you
들켰어.
are.
이런 괜찮네. 뭐야?
Descendo. Arresto momentum.
제가
Revelio.
안녕.
Bombarda.
bombarda.
Expelliarmus! Descendo! Accio! Incendio!
And the fun is over.
Revelio! Fun is a relative term.
오케이.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
뭐 쉽죠.
소년님은 주로 게임하는 거 뭐예요?
네. 주로 하는 게 없습니다. 제가 약간 반복적으로 뭐 집중해서 하긴 하는데 결국에는 금방 질려요. 한번 하면은 재밌는 거 하나 잡으면 몇 개월 동안 그것만 하는데 결국에는 질려가지고 다른 거 합니다. 뭐 주로 하는 이제 좋아하는 게임이라고 하면은 이제
Rumor is this mine was
생존류
closed
이런
long
거
ago due to
샌드박스형
infestations
이런
of
게임
spiders.
좋아하죠.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen before.
That's the spirit.
뭐야? 자 어디 보자. 여기 뭐야? 여기 더 길이 더 있는데? 뭐지? 길은 더 있는데 안쪽이 뭐가 더 없네요? 들어오는 길이네. 그래서? 그리고 이렇게 패키지 게임 좋아요. 패키지 게임 어드벤처.
Revelio!
되게 노력한 만큼 성장하는 이런 게임이 좋습니다.
For better or for worse, we're in. Revelio! Oh, this mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported.
Revelio.
Now I see why.
Confringo. Revelio.
절로 안 가도 되겠죠? 안 가도 되는 거면은 내려와. 당겨와.
Wingardium Leviosa.
그건 아닌데?
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
절로 갈 필요 없으니까 이 정도만 해도 되죠. 갑시다. 자. 떨어지면 죽겠죠?
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Someone there?
Revelio. Place it. Protego. Flipendo. Levioso.
이게 어딨냐? 내가 싫어요.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
여기에 이렇게
Confringo.
빙고.
That ledge is awfully high. Any
Bombardo.
ideas?
Revelio.
뭐 없지?
Bombardo.
돈 받았다.
Confringo.
거미줄은 안 타네.
Revelio.
아홉 개 걸어. 이쪽에 뭐가 있는데? 자.
Revelio.
좀 먹고 갑시다.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Must be something around here that can help.
Revelio.
Jobberknoll.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs,
Revelio.
soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
좀 먹고.
Revelio.
갑시다. 응? 몰라? 저 뭐야? 저기 상자 있는데?
Accio. Revelio.
저로 어떻게 가? 아 여기 있구나.
Confringo.
이거 갑시다. 우와.
Smash it.
Should have thought to
Revelio.
conjure stairs.
뭐야? 오. 주제 뭐야? 아닌가? 뭐 없네요.
Revelio. Confringo.
컴프레인거 아이템 먹고. 그다음에
Revelio.
레페로.
Reparo.
와!
아, 15개.
와! 시계월 15개월이다. 와! 와! 일단님 구독 감사합니다. 역시 일단님 분이라니까. 뭐야? 닭점에 대해서 알아보라. 근데 굳이 그럴 필요가 있어요?
Rependo. Glacius. Confringo.
굳이 알아볼 필요가
Revelio.
있을까? 뭐야?
Rependo. Glacius. Bombarda.
bom바르다.
Expelliarmus.
그래야 무슨.
We've rid the world of another
Revelio.
spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
저 가는 길이 있네. 저 물 속에도 있네요. 가는 길이 이제 보니까.
Bombarda.
bom바르다.
Revelio.
그래 여기 붙어 있네. 확실히 돈을 먹을 필요가 없지만 그래도 저거 넘었다 이거. 뭐야 저거 생선? 생선 왜? 뭐지? 날 도망쳐서 물가로 올라가는데.
Revelio.
가자. 먹을 거? 먹을 거? 고블린 있네. 여기 왔나 보다.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud. Revelio.
Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared
뭐야?
war.
위험이라는데? 아, 왜 위험인가 했네.
Lumos.
가자, 루모스.
Revelio.
가자. 왜 불 타나, 내가? 그냥? 따뜻하구만.
Lumos.
오, 야야야야야야야. 오케이.
Incendio.
올라가자. 오, 좋은 거. 레전드! 헛자! 레전드가.
Revelio. Incendio.
인센디오.
Confringo.
컴프링고. 이거네. 가자.
Lumos.
Lumos.
여기, 잠깐만.
Revelio. Lumos.
옆에도 뭐가 있는데? 일단은,
Lumos.
옆에도,
Defender.
좋아요.
Revelio.
먹어주고, 합시다. 그 다음에, 이걸 바꿔주고, 왜 안 돼, 이거?
Revelio. Revelio. Glacius. Defender. Revelio.
합시다.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
자,
Reminds me of the time I nearly fell out of a car at Brickhouse. I was about why is this out longer than necessary? I won't rest.
Glacius. Defender. We're not finished yet.
It's almost as if they were waiting.
Bombardo. Arrest the momentum. Descendo. Descendo.
여기가 아닌데. 다시.
Defender. Glupendo. Glacius. Confringo. Incendio.
Certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn.
우리 내림치고 나쁘지 않아. 이건 뭐야? 뭐지? 아, 저거네요.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
멘트.
We can have a look around in peace.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
왠지 내가 열어주면 란록 오는 거 아니야?
Revelio. Confringo.
안 열리네.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols.
올라가 보자.
Revelio. Confringo.
좀 기네요. 뭔데? 자, 다시 한번 해보고.
Wasn't expecting that.
됐네요.
Revelio.
뭐 없네요.
We must remain unseen.
Revelio.
뭐 없네요, 근데. 다 돌아의 일치.
What do you have there?
A journaling. Sebastian, I think I found
Hopefully
something.
it will help us
A
uncover
canvas
this
piece.
mystery. Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still,
오, 야,
something
뭐야.
about this
몇분이야?
place feels odd.
Revelio. If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here are some of the memories I saw. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure. But I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
마법 통로를 이용하세요. 근데 여기 지금 뭔가 이런 그림들이 그렇게까지 어렵게 해놓지 않았겠지? 저 문장이 저렇게 여러 군데 그려져 있거든. 옆에도 있고. 아니겠지?
And now for the moments of truth.
It has to fit.
뭐야? 일로 그냥 한 번에 오네? 조각이야?
Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
이게 어딘데?
I know that coast.
Yeah?
Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area.
말원원?
Morinweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
비밀로 해달라고
Someone
했어.
who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
너무하잖아.
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop.
너무하네.
Unbelievable.
너무하네 이 녀석. 아니 얘 내로남불이잖아. 내로남불이었어 너. 아주 그냥.
I hope Professor Fin...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last.
뭐야?
Come by Spinwitches as soon as you can.
잘못 들었나? 지도내실에 니안 피츠제럴드? 저런 애가 있었나? 부재한 이거 뭐야? 오 업그레이드 대박 된다 이제. 좋아요. 이제 업그레이드가 됩니다. 지도내실에 니아미 이 여자구나. 맞아. 근데 연락은 왜 남자가 있어? 자, 일단은 그 지도내실이고 몰고 일단은 그 업그레이드도 있으니까 일단은 필요해 방 가서 장비 확인하고 아이템 팔고 빗자루 업그레이드 하러 갑시다. 자, 여기서 이거 먹고 내려가고 막시마 그다음에 이것도 먹고 얘는 좀 먹고 봅시다. 다음에
You should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
그래서 장비 10개월 하고 모자 하나 있다. 오, 모자 하나 괜찮은 거 걸렸네요. 그래 다 확인은 해야 되니까 77 70 이거 안되네. 이제 경험치 오르기가 너무 힘드네요. 모자 좋은 거 있었는데 여기 있다. 그 다음에 모자. 근데 모자 뭐 쓸만한 거 있나? 이게 어둠의 그건가? 확실히 이쁘다. DLC라서 그런지. 야, 근데 뭔가 학생 같지 않은 그런 모자들 뿐이라서 안 어울리네요. 됐고요. 그 다음에 업그레이드 해줘야 되는데 업그레이드 하려면은 또 장비가 있어야 되는데 장비가 아마 없을 겁니다. 이건가? 기습, 목도리, 모자. 모자구나. 모자 원래 있던 게 초점이네요. 업그레이드 해봅시다. 되네요. 모자가 초점. 봄바르다. 아니야. 초점. 이거 말고 고대 데미지 없나? 고대 마법 이게 2밖에 없어요. 3이 있으면 좋은데. 초점 봅시다. 나머지는 이제 팔러 갑시다. 다음에 보자. 호그스미드로 가서 여기죠. 일로 가서 잠시만요. 자, VS 좀 볼게요.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
자, 봅시다. 쏘리.
Hello
See you.
again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you.
어? 뭐야? 업그레이드. 아, 그냥 되네? 퀘스트가 아니네.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
돈이 아마 돈다. 계속 올라가기만 하고 내려가질 않네요, 돈이.
Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you're all set with the new
뭐야?
upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
you know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing
근데
from
뭐가
you soon.
다른가? 업그레이드 하면?
I look forward to our next meeting.
자, 어디 봅시다. 뭐야? 데미가이즈 월석이 여기서 뭐야? 두 개가 있네. 잠깐만. 야, 여기라고? 겁나 오네. 나중에 가는 지역 아니었어, 이거? 안 되겠다. 교장 선생님 이야기 이거 해봅시다. 지도 내시러 갑시다. 아, 호그와트. 이건 또 뭐야? 아. 퀘스트가 있네요. 있으면 또 해야지.
Hello. Are you here for someone as court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as
Charlotte
lucky here as you were in
Morrison.
Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win.
지고 싶 지고 싶은 뭘까?
Accio!
안녕하세요. 오, 최고라고 할만하네.
Precisely as planned.
안녕하세요. 아니, 잠깐만. 아니야. 아,
Such grace. Finesse. Accio! Precisely as planned.
이 볼을 버려야 되겠어. 밀쳐버려야 되겠어. 좀 부족하네.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that.
조금만 더 밀었으면 됐는데. 아, 아쉽네. 쟤 뭐하냐?
Precisely as planned.
30점. 뭐라도 하나 밀어내야 되는데 이거. 밀어내고 난 50점을 받아야 돼요. 안 될 것 같은데 이거. 이쯤에서 아, 같이 내려갔어. 망했다.
Didn't I say I adore competition?
졌네. 아이, 아쉽다. 다시 한번 기회를 주세요.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit. Accio!
아시오.
Precisely as planned.
Accio!
아시오. 아, 너무 몰렸다. 아씨, 또. 아, 그냥 떨어졌어. 아, 이런.
Finesse. Accio! Precisely as planned.
아시오. 자. 그렇지. 제 빵점 만들었네. 야.
Never top that.
아싸. 내가 이겼네. 야, 쟤 저거 빠졌어. 오, 야, 이걸 이렇게 세워버리네.
Precisely
그래서
as
내가
planned.
뭐 그냥 저거 대충 1점만 해도 되는 거 아니야? 내가 이겼는데?
Accio!
아시오. 이겼네. 아니, 저걸?
Such grace.
아, 저기 튕겨 나간다고?
Finesse.
아,
You
어이없네.
almost beat me there, but I almost beat you too.
동점이네. 다시 하자. 무승부.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit.
일로 오지마.
Accio!
절로 가. 아이, 이쪽은 별로 안 좋은데.
Precisely as planned.
Accio!
아시오. 아, 이걸 떨어지네. 아이씨. 아, 이게 또 떨어지네.
Finesse.
아니, 이게 떨어지냐. 아.
Precisely as planned.
아시오. 오케이. 됐고,
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that.
이제
Accio!
운에 맡겨야 됩니다.
Precisely as planned.
Accio!
아시오. 아니, 내꺼. 아, 내꺼 왜 빨려 나가냐고.
Such grace.
아, 어이없네, 또.
Finesse.
또 졌어. 아, 제대로 하자, 제대로. 아. 자꾸 아까부터, 아, 운이
Care
안
for another
따르네.
round?
운이 안 따르네.
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit. Accio! Precisely as planned.
오세요. 일로 오세요. 오케이. 떨어지지 않겠어요. 설마. 오.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio.
이쪽으로 간다 이거지? 뭐 나야 좋지 뭐.
Precisely as planned.
그러면 나는 이거를 땡겨가지고 이렇게 해서 오케이.
Nice technique. Accio.
니꺼 밀어 니꺼. 오, 야 저거를 동점으로 만든다고? 야 미쳤네. 아시오. 안돼 내 거 민다. 아 설마 오
Nice technique.
오 살았다.
Are good.
오휴 살았다. 와 내 거 떨어지는 줄. 와. 와.
I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I play
직감이지
by
이런 거.
intuition. That's skill and all that.
That's been my strategy. I suppose it only gets you so far, though. Well, you've only one opponent left now.
한
I
사람.
won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
오 180점. 레벨이 아직 안 올라네. 그러면 퀘스트 봅시다. 무제한은 겁나 어렵고 지도 내실로 가봅시다.
Revelio.
뭐 없죠?
Welcome back.
안녕하세요. 돼요.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is.
교장실?
I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
몰래 들어가야 돼?
Very well.
괜찮아.
I'll find
나
some way to get
알로호모라
in.
지금
Good.
그
I shall meet you in
3레벨이야.
my portrait there. Until then.
갑시다.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps.
Friends, I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade.
어디 보자. 갑작스러운 만남. 네티. 포피?
Devise a plan.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet
금지된
me in the
숲에서
Forbidden
만나자.
Forest.
그러면 뭐야? 여기 퀘스트 있는데? 천문학동 후플푸프 이거 먼저 해보자. 이거 그 위쪽에 없는 것 같아요. 아 여기 있다. 생겼네. 폴리주스 작전 저런 것도 있네요. 갑시다. 뭐 어쨌든 여기에 서브 퀘스트가 있으니까 오래 걸려.
Revelio.
이 뒤에 있는 상자 어떻게 먹는 건지 모르겠네. 정말 모르겠어요. 갑시다. 어디야, 이쪽인가? 오, 뭐야. 크리스마스 트리 있다. 오호. 오. 놀래라. 신기하긴 하네. 크리스마스야?
Revelio.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why.
어디로 가야 돼? 갑시다. 후플푸프 천문학동. 가자. 오.
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life?
Revelio.
어디 있는 거야?
The sheer
여기 있다.
nerve taking them down.
안녕.
Pardon me, is everything alright?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go,
Evangeline.
but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things?
종 내가
Was it
달았는데?
what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline.
야, 그거
Adelaide and Evie.
사실상 내가 붙여놨는데 이미?
It was going swimmingly until Black
뭐지?
started asking
내가 이미
questions.
붙였어 그거.
Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking.
이게 왜
Now
떨어졌다고
I'm
얘기하는
stuck,
거야?
unable to tell which bell goes
이미
where.
붙여놨는데 뭐지?
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to charms.
이상하네.
Or called Ignatio
이상한 애네.
Wildsmith to dinner.
내가
We
붙여놨는데
can't simply fiddle
또
with
떨어졌다고
history.
그러는
We're
건가?
meant to be its stewards.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour. But mum's the word.
종소리. 블랙
If only
규장이
2
종소리 안
bells are
좋아하네.
left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did
그러고
before.
보니까 종이
For the sake of
윙가르디움
historical
레비오사가 없을 때 내가 그거 붙여놨으니까 어쩐지
Perhaps I could
붙이기
help
너무
put the bells
어렵더라.
back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music
레비오소
room.
하나만으로
You're certainly of more help than
아
Adelaide.
레비오소가 아니지? 레비오소가 맞았나? 어쨌든 아쉬워하고 레비오서 이거 두
Imagine the
개만으로
bells are just
내가
inside in the bell tower.
뭐야 뭐지? 그냥 완료됐는데? 가진 않았는데 완료됐어. 옛날에 내가 붙여놓은 그대로인가봐요. 이미 붙여놓은
The bells
가지도
back up,
않았는데.
Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait
뭐지
for the
이거?
headmaster to hear them. I wish I
뭐였네?
could see his face.
옛날에 붙여놨는데
Future generations may not
이미
truly
낀 걸로
appreciate
나오네.
what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well.
방금 전에 얘기했는데 말 바꾸네 얘.
I don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
말 바꾸네 얘. 그래. 이거네 이거. 아까 장갑이었나? 아니 모자였나? 뭐였지? 모자에 이거. 근데 이거 아니다. 가놓고 자 여기에서 이건 됐고 호그스미드 퀘스트 있나? 없네요. 호그와트 얘가 세계지도에 퀘스트가 여기 하나 있고요. 토피 그거고 여기는 네티고 또 있나 어디? 모르겠네요. 자, 호그와트 가서 피르웨이 방으로 가서 장비를 바꿔 끼고 고대마법 2레벨짜리네요. 고대마법 2레벨, 3레벨 없나? 고대마법 3레벨 여기 있다. 이제 못 배우네. 아쉽게도.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
안드레이크 꽉 찼나봐. 집중력 물약 하나 먹고 수면 물약 이렇게 해서 할까? 뭐지? 갑시다. 이제 퀘스트를 아직 금지된 숲으로 갑시다. 어차피 뭐 퀘스트는 없으니까 다 했죠? 그러고 보니까 이거 응? 저 뭐야? 이미 깼는 건데? 업그레이드 됐다 그러더니 별로 모르겠는데요.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
도와주고 싶어 할 거야.
Is this where we're meeting
아
the
뭐야?
Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the snitches, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fun.
어? 뭐야? 아니다. 나 안경 바꾸고 싶은데.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No! Never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
평화 협정된 거 아니었어? 왜 나한테 개기기만 해봐. 내가 아바다 케다브라 해버린다.
I don't understand.
아 근데 안경 때문에 집중 안 되네.
Doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
안경, 안경부터 바꾸자. 아이씨. 안경. 이게 뭐야? 이게 무슨 안경이냐, 이거? 이름이나 보자, 이름. 이거 뭐야? 오렌지색 도롱뇽 눈 고글. 뭐야? 오렌지색하고 갈색하고 차이가 없는데? 뭐지? 둘 다 오렌지색인데? 뭐야? 야, 근데 진짜 이거 내가 이게 옷을 잘 이렇게 패션을 잘 모르는 건가? 어떻게 다 이상한 건 보이지? 진짜 멀쩡해 보이는 건 한두 개밖에 없고 다 이상해. 근데 그마저도 나는 좀 없는 게 좀 더 편하니까. 안경은 뭐 안경 쓴 사람이 그렇다고 쳐도 그래서 뭐 어떻게 하라고? 기다려야 되나? 블랙메일의 기본. 뭐야 기본? 블랙메일 뭐야? 협박편지. 블랙메일 그거 협박편지 아니었나 이거? 얘 어디 있어? 저쪽에 있네요. 호흡습이 좀 바꿔 갑시다. 날아가자. 근데 이거 솔직히 피처력 강화됐다곤 하는데 뭐가 강화된 건지 모르겠다.
Revelio. Revelio.
기다려야 되네.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
웬 할로? 뭐였더라? 얘랑
I'm ready to do what's needed to
뭐였지?
take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr.
아치와
Bickle
비클
that
부인이
Archie and Mrs. Bickle
언급했던
mentioned. Agabus Filbert,
할로우가
Otto
누구였지?
Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
뭔가 옷도 마음에 든다.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
3명하고 대화를 해야 되네요. 아 맞아. 데미가이즈나 좀 찾아볼까요? 일단은 밤으로 만들어 봅시다. 아 시간 안 바뀌네.
Revelio.
에이. 여기도 저거네요. 뭐야?
Mrs. Rabe.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
레델이었어 사실?
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
쪽지? 라브 부인,
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
Now, to find... Otto Dibble works at Gladrax. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
다들 막 협박당해가지고.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
뭐야? 저 상자에 있던데요?
Revelio.
그런 상자가 있습니다. 응? 이거였나? 뭐야? 왜 노란 상자 없어졌어? 상자에 있었는데? 어디 갔지? 버그였나? 버그였나봐요?
Revelio. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hoped to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
그러면은
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
돌아갑시다. 에티한테 갑시다.
Revelio.
달려.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
뭐야? 네티도 부모님한테 잡혀가는 건가? 뭔가 왠지 그런 느낌인데. 아니면은 변신해가지고.
That he must be around here somewhere.
뭐야?
Natty's wand. She can cast without it.
가젤로 변해 있는 거 아니야?
She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
여기 있다.
Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find...
애쉬바인더 은신처 갑시다.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! A hidden door.
발각되지 않고 네티를 찾으세요. 선택사항이 이제 아가버스 필버트의 시집을 찾으세요. 오토디블의 연애 편지를 찾으세요. 다 뭐 하면 되죠.
Revelio.
네.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. Confringo. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
I don't mind breaking a few. It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come here
일렁거리네.
alone.
Revelio.
이쪽은 뭐야? 카메라 보이시는 것 같은데. 잡으면 안 되나 얘네?
It's about time Rookwood took... Show yourself!
Hey.
그웬돌린 조우.
Revelio. It's Totalis. Revelio.
좋아요. 상자 하나 줍시다. 뭐야? 사랑하는 오토. 오. 야, 근데 이거 핑크색이.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
뭐야?
Revelio.
다음에 이건 뭐야?
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. You'll be thrilled to have this back.
Girls be nothing but trouble.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
다 죽였나? 아니네, 위층에 또 있네요. 집에 먹을 거 있다. 저 어떻게 들어가? 뭐지? 이건가 보다. 줘봐. 왜?
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
아, 힘들게 들어왔는데 파테만 하네.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. What does it matter if they're still alive?
I wouldn't go back to Petrificus
totalis.
Revelio.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
갑시다.
Natty must be here somewhere.
네티.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. And well.
뭐지? 나 의심해 있는데 어떻게 보는 거야? 뭐야?
Alohomora.
오, 지팡이. 이스코라우의 지팡이. 이건 뭐야? 뭐지? 인벤토리에 있는 건가 이거? 여기 있다. 아, 아니구나. 여기 있다. 이스코라브? 뭐야? 문 안 열어주네.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
응? 뭐야? 그냥 열리네. 그냥 열리네.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer.
괜찮아, 애들 다 죽었어. 걸어 나가면 돼. 내가 다 정리해놨다고.
Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio.
다 죽였어. 없어. 다 죽었어. 다 죽여서 아무것도 없는데. 그냥 이렇게 가면 되나?
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe, to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
아, 내가 구해줬는데 누구한테 말하는 거야?
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon. After we tell Mr.
Revelio.
Wish me luck.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
데미가이즈다. 넌 내
Mine
거야.
now, demi-guys.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Wow.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
가봅시다. 아, 지금 이 상태에서 아무것도 못하네요. 마법도 안 쓰죠. 뛰는 거밖에 안 돼.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
To determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
뭐?
Headmaster, here. What could he want?
뭐지?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
막 대화가 되네.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
뭐지?
Something is
얘기가 걸어지길래 걸어봤는데.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now,
Professor, a word?
아, 잡혔어.
Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch.
야, 이거는
We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And the Great Hall seems to be avoiding.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
Madam? 사고 치고 다니는구만 좋네. 아유 좋아라.
Where are your manners?
아 사고 치고 다니까 재밌네. 아유 좋네 이거.
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
가자.
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
사고 치고 다니니까 재밌네.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness, you cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway.
난리 나는구만.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
패스워드.
But Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
And now I'm telling you that you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
변하겠구만. Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the elegant banners of Ravenclaw. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever.
숨어. 어디야, 여기야?
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
틀이 엄청 안 나.
I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
상자다.
Alohomora.
알로호모라.
Revelio.
뭐 없는데? 가자.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
뭐야, 이런 게 있었네? 어디 봅시다. 저게 3이고, 3이 아니라 2죠. 2면은 17. 17에서 6이네요. 6이면은 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 도롱뇽이네요. 1번 도롱뇽. 그 다음에 2번이 3, 9면은 3, 9, 12 12에서 7 7이면은 저 이상한 문어. 오케이, 됐다. 갑시다.
Revelio.
잠시만 화장실 갔다 올게요.